Welcome to the latest edition of Ascott Blake's Small Business and Life Balance podcast. Today, really happy to have a client and a really good friend on, Gary Pearce, who runs multiple businesses, changed jobs completely, changed industries, I should probably say, and I think it's going to make a really interesting chat. So, Gary, thanks for coming on.
No problem, mate. Thanks for having me.
And I think cheers for starters. cheers for starting the soft play, and cheers for taking the 9 a.m. slot on the podcast. No, joking, it's like 4 p.m. We're allowed. So I guess the first question is like nowhere else to start really. Like swap. I know you're still working on your other businesses, and we'll cover that. But like swapping the tools for a laptop for different sets of challenges. Like why and what drivers did you make that happen?
I think it happened organically because I enjoyed being on the tools. It's good. I mean, being a finishing trade, I mean, you know, we worked in loads of nice houses and nice properties. You speak to plasterers, other trades, they never see the finished product because they're out the door. We get to see the finished product, and when you see what it was to what it is, it's good. It's like job satisfaction. And then I think because we was doing good work, naturally got busier, then naturally stopped having the time to do other stuff, unless it's in the evenings and weekends. So I think that just happened organically because it had to happen. I think when I first met you at networking was when I dropped down 1 day a week. So on the Wednesday, we'd do networking from the morning until finish at 9 o'clock or whatever it was. And then that would be my quoting day. And then when that got busier, then I had 2 quoting days. So sometimes I was doing like 10 to 15 quotes on that Wednesday. But yeah, so I think just by having good job satisfaction made us busier, which then made me have to make time to do the other stuff.
Yeah, I'm with you.
If that answers your question.
Yeah, it does, yeah. And like, I guess like before we go into the soft play too much, I guess that's probably my question. You come off the tools to run them businesses that were in the trades. I guess coming off that to like start a whole new business in a whole different sector, what were the drivers behind it? I know you personally, and I know you said like you didn't feel like you could do the work forever with back and stuff like that. Was that the main reason?
Health is an issue. Like I've seen tradesmen, my whole family have been tradesmen, or most of the blokes have, and the knee problems, back problems. As you know, I've had back issues, hands and knees all the time. Was never really. I don't think my body would allow me to do it until I was 50, 60, whatever. So I always had something in the back of my mind of what else can we do, and then obviously the conversation with Shelby come up, and then the soft play happened, and it just seemed like a good idea because it's just something else that's not doing anything to the body. Yeah. Unless I'm going down the slides. But other than that, no, it's completely different. It's just that constant up and down and in awkward positions when you're on the tools. I mean, obviously people have to do it, but to do it for that long when you've already got issues with back and knee and that, it's just, if you can avoid it, avoid it.
You spent a good few months just getting that set up, right? Like I saw it as a shell, right? You like, there's a few months that took a lot of your time. And I guess that was like trades to a degree, right? But like missing being around people like on site and the laughs. I know you like a joke. You know, I know you don't work in the soft play today, but to begin with, I know you've helped out and you've done stuff, being around different types of clients. Has that been hard?
It is different, massively different. Being on site is like, you can't even explain it. Sometimes it's just mad, funny. Like people just are different. Yeah. You can almost say whatever you want to someone and it literally is brushed off. Obviously doing that.
So a gag about painting, decorating, or
yeah. But like, soft play is obviously child influence, kids. So you just got to be careful. Like being on site, swearing all the time, and I love a swear. But you literally can't. Yeah. The last thing you want is a complaint that the owner's effing and blinding and all that. But I think I like talking to people and stuff. So
you're adaptable.
Yeah, like it's no different than me going to look at a job and talking to someone. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That's been fine, but complete different ends of the spectrum, as in
Different skill sets as well, I imagine,
yeah.
to make it work.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I think you have to be able to adapt. If you can't adapt, then it wouldn't work.
Right, like we obviously met at networking and become good friends and clients first and then good friends. The two trades you came to that networking meeting with was obviously the painting and decorating, but also the Venetian plaster, micro cement surface design type business. What were the challenges you had growing them, and what do you think helped? I mean, because I know, like, for example, the painting director, I know you had lots of people on, and then you kind of, well, no, I want this to be tighter and a better lifestyle for me, etc. Like, what were the biggest challenge you had?
So with the decorating, again, because we were doing the work we were doing, that was really good. So it sort of escalated pretty quickly. Then moving here, started getting a lot more local work because it all used to be in the city. And then all of a sudden, I'm so far ahead, booked up. There was 2 or 3 of us, but like ridiculous. You couldn't tell people to wait 6 months to have a lounge decorated or whatever. So recruit. And you try and do it the right way. Well, I'm new to it as well. I've never recruited. The only people that worked for me were family and close friends. So I knew them, trusted them. So when you're recruiting new people, I suppose it's not like most industries. There's no point sitting and having a full-on interview because how good are you at decorating?
Yeah.
Are you punctual? Can you turn up? Are you clean? Like they need to go to site to do that.
Yeah.
So what I learned eventually after a few mistakes were to put these people with the people you trust for a week or two. Loads of people didn't even make the first week because they don't have to be on time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I did get actually when we done this office, there was 10 subcontractors, which sounds great. You tell people, I've got 10 people working for me, but literally half of them are losing your money, half of them are making it. And like you say, time, then you've got more, if half of them are losing your money, which means the jobs ain't going to plan, so then I'm the one that's got to go and sort it out and have the awkward conversations and stuff. So it literally just wasn't worth it, in my opinion.
I think that's interesting for people to hear, because I think, like, a lot of people come when they're starting a business like, I want to grow it to this, I want to do this, I want to do that. I think having an open mind so much better, because I know people with lifestyle businesses, or 5 people, are making a lot more money than people with 20, 30 staff sometimes.
Yeah.
I just think, like, if that works better for you, that's 100% what people should be doing, and not going into it thinking, this is how big I want to be and this is how many staff I want to have and all that sort of stuff. I think that's, like you said, it was like, it felt good saying it, but actually your life was better when you had less.
And then it all depends as well what sort of, you got different types of paint and decorating, obviously commercial, residential, this, that and the other. Site work decorators can be a little bit more slapdash. They're throwing up new builds quicker than you can believe. It's on plasterboard, it's never that great. They're using not the greatest of paints, it's just a bit easier. Floors ain't down, I ain't worry about paint on floors. Then you're going into someone's house, you've got furniture, TVs, everything, brand new light fittings. So a site painter might be a really quick price work painter who's good at doing what he does, completely different in someone's house, completely different.
Like, I know, like, when you had more people, you had challenges like staff letting you down, whatever. Like, I know you used to take that really personally, but you might still, but I feel like you've become more relaxed with that. Like, is that something you've forced yourself to become more relaxed? Because you used to get stressed out.
I think it happens with experience and time, right? And I've come to sort of a few years ago, I thought, well, I'm not a brain surgeon. Nothing's going to go that wrong. It's, especially with the decorating side of things. I mean, I've actually had interior designers choose paints that I've opened the tin in front of the client, and the client's like, I don't even know I'm going to like that. I'm like, well, let me paint it anyway, and if you don't like it, it's paint. We just change it. Like, it's not the end of the world. So I've realised that every time there was ever a little issue or niggle or whatever, it was sorted. So it wasn't really worth not having any sleep over it. But again, that's different to the Venetian plaster side of things, because if something does go wrong, it's expensive for me or the client or both. Longer journeys to go and get there. Very rarely they were local.
The Venetian stuff.
So you ain't popping down the road for half an hour and there's a little mark on the wall. 2 hours to get there. Drying times, maybe 3 or 4 days to put something right. Do you know what I mean? So,
that was harder.
Yeah, completely different.
One thing I've always noticed about you, like the job, you've done for GP decorating for me, you've done like surface design for me. Like, the biggest thing that's always come through is how organised you are. Right, it was never like, in fact, turning around this office actually was like a really small time frame.
Yeah,
And I remember like you actually wanting to do like, I could like, you know, I'll do it for this price for you. I was like, no, charge what you should charge, like, and get it done.
Yeah.
And like, you were super organised, like almost took on some of the project management. If I'm honest, I think your organisation is what leads to a lot of your success. And I also think with a lot of tradespeople, it's like the lack of organisation was actually stopping them making good money. Has that always come natural to you? Is that something because you've always been like it since I've known you?
No,
like,
I think I've always been organised. Even when I was at school, I was organised. I feel like I don't know how you can't be. Like, I feel like you have to find a way to make yourself organised if you are running some sort of business.
Yeah.
Being a self-employed decorator or whatever, you might have a 2-day job, might have a 2-month job. So to put in a diary how many days you expect it to be. Yes, you're going to have things that might change. It might be a bit longer, it might be a bit shorter. But in general, if you put them in the diary with how many blokes you've got, whatever, you can see it then. Like, I speak to some tradesmen and they're like, I don't even know, I'm really busy. I'm like, where are you working Monday? Don't know. Because they'll sort it out Sunday night.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't really know
that you can work like that.
How you can work like that. No, it stressed me out. So yeah, I think I've always been fairly organised, and it just makes you feel at ease when you can see the organisation.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
The stuff you're not like necessarily when you first came into running the business, like, you know, websites, Google ads, like all that stuff, like, how much did that change your business? Did that
massively? And that's just by meeting people, because I still ain't grey here now. But being organised ain't just about the individual that's got to be organised. I think you need to get other people involved or other softwares and stuff like that to help you be organised. Because there's so much to do. But yeah, I'm still not great at the website situation. But I've met people and they're like, right, you ain't on Google. Like, you need to do this. How do I do that? Speak to this person. Speak to this person, explain to them, this ain't my bag, I don't really know what I'm doing here, that's fine, this is what we're going to do, and it works. And then finally, the phone starts ringing, you're like how'd you get my number? I've got it from Google, I've got it from, do you know what I mean?
So it all like paid itself back, basically.
Yeah, and I think the initial thing for a lot of people, especially if they're sort of a one-man band trying to get bigger, some things cost a lot of money on the offset, and it might be a big pot off, like 1,500 quid, £2,000 for a website, whatever, like a good one. They're like, that's a lot of money. But if you can try and get past that to think what it's going to do in the long run.
I guess for the people out there that are just like at the moment currently working themselves, and you know they're probably winning their work through like client referrals and word of mouth, and maybe like putting their name on Facebook ads or stuff like that. Like, if you wanted to help them go to the next level in terms of, even if it's just still them, but like less stress about winning work and get yourself comfortable, like what would be the 1 or 2, 3 things you did?
So I did, for the Venetian plaster, I did pay-per-click stuff, which worked really well because it's quite a niche thing. I've never done that for the decorating because you have to spend a lot more, because there's a lot more decorators about. Of course, and the standard of work you were winning weren't that great. So I've always been on like checker trades. Some trades it's good for, some trades it ain't, but for me it's been pretty good. And Google, I think word of mouth referrals are probably the best anyway. I think if you say to someone like, he done my house, they're a lot more likely to use you than just someone on Facebook saying to use you. So I would definitely say to have a few avenues of where you can get your work from, not just one. Maybe I think you're probably looking at 3 or 4 at least. Having the right people software. For example, when I joined you, I remember, I think we had a conversation, I think you was a little bit more money than my old accountant. But then what other people have got to not think about is how much things cost. It's what it's going to make you, saving or make you. Which is obviously I've been over the moon with, do you know what I mean? It's and the conversations you can have that you wouldn't normally have with other people that make you do the tiniest little things that can change stuff. So advice-wise, avenues to bring work in, and once the work's in, how you can deal with that work. Have you got the right software? Xero, you put me onto Xero. So much easier. I literally used to go pen and paper, type up a Microsoft Word. So much more professional now, do you know what I mean? Which I wouldn't have done. Probably. Well, I might have done it by now, but then I wouldn't have done it. So it just makes everything easier.
Like, how big was networking for you when you came here?
Big. When I as I say, most of my work was in the city, and I was trying to get more local work. When I moved here and I realised there's money here, it's quite an affluent area, I would much rather sort of leave my house at 7 o'clock than 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, and get back. And
Yeah, of course. So when I did networking, obviously I met you guys as well, but the local work was just...
came.
Yeah, and I'm like, this job might be worth thousands of pounds more in London, but think about getting there, the hassle, this, that and the other, it's actually not worth it. It depends how much you value your time, I suppose, but that soon went, and I won't work in the city anymore. I literally just turned down a job at the Ritz.
Yeah.
Literally, like last week.
Yeah.
Like,
No, you don't want to go.
No.
For all the, I guess, like painters and decorators out there, but also for potential clients, I guess, like, you've always said to me, like, you're the finishing trade. You're like the trade that once everyone's done their massive 200 grand extension and everything, spent all the money on everything, and then they get to decorating, which is the bit that like makes it look nice. Let's face it. They go, oh, we'll do that ourselves, or we haven't got much budget left. Like, what would your advice be to like A, painters, decorators, but B, the people that are doing it?
I see it all the time, all the time. And people, like you say, they've spent, I get it, spent thousands, and what they've done, builders put a price in. They've got all this money, accepted it straight away. Plasterer, electrician, all these people, they've put their first price in and normally get a job. People at the end, but you're going to see, they're like, oh, I've only got 50,
the wires are behind the wall, aren't
I've
they?
got 1,500 quid left. I'm like, well, you ain't getting this done for less than 5 grand. Like, that's just miles off it. It's different if it was, they've only got 1,500 quid and it's a 1,800 quid job. You can work something out, it's 300 quid. But they're massively out. So many people do it themselves, or they want to buy the materials, for example, but then material's massive in decorating. Like, if you buy the wrong one, then it adds coats on because it's too watery and this, that and the other. And then when you say to them, actually, I've got to charge you more because I've only allowed to do 3 coats and it's 5. And they're like, why? It's because you bought
this
B&Q's own rather than Dulux or whatever. See, that's quite annoying. I mean, don't get me wrong, most people are fine, but you do get the odd one. And I get it, like, people run out of money.
But I imagine you managed to learn to sniff that out early and kind of just actually not do jobs that you know that are going to end like that.
Yeah, I think another thing that I do that I never used to, any time someone inquired, I wouldn't ask them if they had a time scale or, like when anything's finished by. I'd be like, I'll just come and have a look. Sometimes we'd be like 2 months fully booked, and I'd go down like, well, when do you need this done? They're like, 2 weeks. Like, I've wasted all my time, and I've wasted their time. Just like, I won't, like, that's a massive question now. Like, when do you need this done? Like, people phone me up now, for example, and they need things done before Christmas. I've got the tiniest little slot available. If it's a big job, I'm gonna have to say no. Small one, we'll probably be able to squeeze it in. But January onwards, then of course. But just, what's the point in driving to Saffron Walden and they need it done next week? Cause can't.
Following on from that, and that element of your work, obviously, like I mentioned to you earlier, we had Shelby on, and I asked her like how much, taking on such a big project, what impacts it had, etc. Like, nursery's got 200 kids in it. Like, that's a massive job, massive responsibility. Shelby used to be a childminder at home, so like I imagine stuff got done at home, and you came home, and I know that probably had its challenges as well. But like, how hard was that for you? Because I imagine more was expected of you, so probably at home as well. Like,
well, I mean, she might have even said the same thing. But when it started to kick off, I mean, the first obviously few months of setting it up and all that, we was all busy. Like, we was in the evenings building flat pack furniture, this that and the other. And then obviously it started dwindling down a little bit, and we noticed washing was being washed but left in a basket. No one was putting it away because I'm running the business, she's running the business, we've got 2 kids. And then we literally had a conversation about what because we don't really argue, like, we genuinely don't.
No, you seem united.
So what is going to be the issue if there are issues? And other people will say, like, money's always a conversation. We never have that conversation. It's keeping the house clean and washing, basically. And we were like, so that's what we've got to deal with. And fortunately enough, my mum moved up here. That's sort of her bag. She's getting a bit older now. She's like, I'll come and do it. So my mum's literally been like a lifesaver, but she's there, help the kids, school runs, wash. So we get back from work, the house is done. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I always do the cooking, as you know, which I like. I don't find it as a chore. But sometimes if I've got to work late or something, and my mum's like, Mum, do me a favour, please. Put so-and-so on. Make her something really easy. And she's like, which is a lifesaver. We didn't have that. There would have been a lot more challenges.
Things happen in your personal life that impact work, and work vice versa as well. the balance and the stress it can cause your personal life is hard. Like how do you switch off?
Well, my stuff, like I said before, is now I'm more experienced in it. It's a lot easier to switch off. Like, as you know, I won't answer a phone call after 6 o'clock if I don't know the number, because I'm home with my kids. Like, whereas I used to answer phone calls on a Sunday night at 6 o'clock, like 7 o'clock. So mine's a lot easier to switch off. Obviously, Shelby's is bigger. Children, it's a just different ball game. Like people can, like I said, I'm not a brain surgeon. People can wait. It's all cosmetic, my stuff. They can wait to discuss their wall next day, whatever. The challenges, obviously, shells have been different. Not there's been many, but some things have to be dealt with then and there. Whether it's 8 o'clock at night or 4 o'clock in the morning, it has to be dealt with. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know, mate. We like.
You've just been on top of it.
I just feel like we just took it on and dealt with it. I don't feel like there's been a lot of things that have gone wrong for us to, for anything to be on my mind, thinking, oh my God, I remember this time. I don't think there has been, to be fair. I just feel, obviously, she'll come home some days and she's had better days than others, like we all do. But a quick conversation,
sorted,
and it's normally all right. Do you know what I mean? Because there's always something. Everything can be sorted out, can't it?
Well, it shows you how important it is having people in your life, right? That, like, solid. Like I mean, like, Layla must think she's my therapist or something, because I'm always ringing her and asking her, like, you know, what should I do and stuff. And she's probably how I managed to switch off. Because I'd like dump it all on her and then like switch off for the weekend. One thing I wanted to talk about, like, about you, something like I admire about you both, actually, like, you don't do anything blindly, but you do it quickly. Yeah, do you think you just have to?
I think you have to, mate.
Yeah.
As I said, she'll be even more so than me, but it's like I think you said it actually, you're better off making mistakes once you've already started it and learn from them than think about all the mistakes that could happen that haven't even arisen yet. Because someone else is probably thinking about the same thing at the same time, that whoever does it first, do you know what I mean?
I think mine comes from just not liking people putting barriers in the way of stuff.
I feel like everything, like, someone's always got something quick to say. I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm sure I'll probably say the same. I'm probably one that's a little bit more, like, let's think about this cautious on the finance side of it first. Like, we'll have a quick look, but telling you now why I'm saying that, she's already put stuff in place. It's already happening. But I just like speaking to someone who knows a little bit more about certain things, like yourself or an architect or someone that, whatever we need, just a brief conversation, just to sort of, right, okay, this is fine, but it doesn't matter. She already pressed play. Do you know what I mean? But then that works again, because we're not both exactly the same. We're both very much
complement each other.
It, but one of us is a little bit more cautious than the other. I would say.
Cool. You know, for people out there, like, you got to move quick, but it was something neither of you'd ever done.
No.
But I remember when you came to speak to me about it, like, you'd done a ton of research, you were prepared for, like, what was going to happen. Like, how different has it actually been to what you expected?
Play?
Talk about the soft play.
So the soft play we wanted to do years ago. The soft play was actually an idea before the nursery.
Oh, right, okay.
But the right premises didn't come up, and then other things didn't work. Well, everything for a reason, sort of thing. And the nursery happened, and then the property where the soft play is was actually spoken about as a nursery extension. And then we were like, no, let's try and do something together as well, because I think the area needed one. There ain't a lot for youngsters, sort of, especially from babies upwards, to do. But then when we decided to do it, we looked at other ones and we were like, we don't like what they are. They don't seem clean. If you're going to have food and drink in there, that doesn't seem great. I don't even know if I want to have a drink out of glasses in some of them.
Right, okay,
do you know what I mean? I'm not saying any names, but some of them, and we were like, right, we're going to do it. It's going to cost us more money because we want it to look like this. And we want the food to be like this. So yes, we could make more money by serving worse food and buying worse ingredients and this and that and the other. And also us in the business more. Obviously, if we was in it more, then less staff. But that's not what it's for. It's all of it is about work-life balance. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it was a gamble, and it still is a gamble. Really, how long have we been open? June, was it?
Yeah.
So
4 or 5 months.
Yeah, we don't even know. I believe it's doing quite well.
Yeah.
But until it's been going for a while, it's certainly get a year out of the way when you actually know what's what. But yeah, it's again the few little challenges you get. good comments, bad comments, then you just learn from them if they're sensible. Because some people don't have sensible feedback, but I think most people that have had a feedback were like, oh my god, why didn't we do that? Like slip mats when you come out there. When we first opened, there was no slip mats when you come out, so kids come out in their sock running,
bang,
slip. Someone said, I think it's a good idea to get slip mats. Amazon Prime, next day they're there. Do you know what I mean?
Because it made sense.
So I feel like in 12 months' time, we hopefully should have all that covered. Any little things like that should be done. And then,
but you've set it up in a way where it's not reliant on you, right? Like, because it's not like you're not like Saturday, you know, I've got to go in like, oh my god, because that does impact.
But again, that comes back to obviously Shelby's got good manager at the nursery, and then the manager now at the soft play used to be the assistant manager at the nursery. Shelby's known for years. So again, it's having the right people. If that was a different person, who maybe you didn't really trust or get along with.
You've learned the value of having someone who can do it, basically.
It could be massive, it could be massively different. So people, again, like having the right people is huge.
In terms of advice for anyone that's maybe, you know, because there'll be a ton of tradespeople out there that may be worried about their legs, backs, health, what would your, you know, few bits of advice be for anyone that, whether they just want to get off the tools and do something, you know, to make sure they're still earning, or even changing industries completely, what would be your key bits of advice?
It's difficult. I think what people say, well, if they do want to get off the tools, they need to get out of their head how many people they want working for them. Because if you think about what you're earning on your own per day, you could probably earn that if you had 3 people, 2 or 3 people, if you charged the right amount of money. So that's something you need to think about. If you do want to get off, don't try and think, right, I need to have 15 people to work for me to make the right amount of money, because that's not the case. You're just someone else is wrong. But I would definitely say to do it, especially if you're busy enough. If you're booked up, I think 6 weeks is long enough for people to wait. And if you're good enough, people will wait 6 weeks. I think if you're more than 6 weeks consistently, you should hire. But then again, it's hard finding the right people, because most good people work for themselves. So it's difficult, but I'd definitely.
Or if you're winning too much work, put the price up.
Well, that is true, If you're winning like 70 to 80% of your jobs and you're looking at 10 to 20 a week, you're too cheap. And then switching industry completely, that's hard. I think our ones have become a little bit easier, because obviously I've had Shelby with a nursery as well, so it's just been a little bit easier. It ain't been a massive financial burden and stuff. But changing industry completely, I think if you're not happy doing what you're doing, you need to change it anyway. Like whatever you're going to do, you need to try and find a little bit of work-life balance. I mean, I know tradesmen that work 7 days a week, drive a really nice car, really nice house, but I'm telling you now, when they're 45, they're going to be just absolutely mullered. Like you can't keep. And what are you going to do when you're 45 if you can't keep working 7 days a week? Because you can't move. So there's loads of little things to think of, but I think changing industry is a massive challenge, because it's what you know, innit? You're only doing your industry because that's what you know. Most tradesmen wouldn't have been greatest at school, most of them, so they would have just fell into a trade young or done what their dad did, and then that's literally all they know. So how do you come out of that and then
it's
jump
difficult.
into something else? I don't really know.
Well, I always see, when I look at it, even though you had this idea, the amount of research you'd done before you'd spoken to me, I mean, like, I'm not talking like weeks and weeks of research, but like you were watching, you came with a load of ideas, you looked at experts in the market, you know, you'd done all that, how you wanted to be different.
We literally Googled every soft play you could think of for miles and worked out prices, this, that and the other. Like,
well, I've heard like obviously loads of positive things about the soft play already, people that I know that are going and really good feedback, but like you shut on a Monday completely to clean everything. I think it's good, because I remember when my kids were little, you know, they'd come out with the dirtiest socks or whatever, and like everything was filth in these places. Like, it is tip-top pristine in there.
I get it's new, and it's like, but the goal is to keep it like it's new all the time. We actually had a complaint the other day. Someone said the tables were sticky, and it's actually because we don't water down the D10.
Oh, right,
So it's actually super clean, but because of the chemicals,
so like
they
concentrated,
sort of damage the table a little bit, so it's a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's actually too clean, if you know.
So
now we're like, right, we've got to water down this a little bit more.
But to give an idea, you literally take every single ball.
All the balls come out of soft play. elbow grease, all of them, hose down, hung to dry. If it's raining, they go in the warehouse, hung to dry all night till tomorrow morning. Whoever's there first in the morning, put them all back. But yeah, you're right. We find socks, we find plasters, we find
What, we're taking all the
toys.
balls out?
Yeah, but think about the ones that don't ever shut or only shut once a month.
Yeah, they're not doing that, are they?
Cool. So these like if we didn't clean for 3 weeks, there'd be 15 socks in there. I'm telling you, plasters, multiple.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm the same. When I used to take the kids to them, they always had a smell, and they just it just didn't feel. Like, we literally hands and knees, the whole thing, top to bottom, down the slide. That's the fun bit.
Yeah. Well, loads of my clients and people are going to have like kids, right? And like I said, definitely get down to Welcome to the Jungle. It's amazing. So like, I think we've probably been quite lucky in this, right? As you've gone through business, we've got really good sets of friends. That's something similar like we share. But you make new friends like through business, right? Like us and other people. But like, you know, like, what do you think's been the key to that? Because I've seen so many people, like clients coming like, oh, like, I've had to change, like I've had to lose friends along the way because they were either jealous or not supportive or didn't understand that they had to go and do this that day instead of going out. What do you think, how important have them friends and family been for you personally?
Yeah, it's good.
Doing it all?
Good. It's very similar. So we've got the same sort of amount of friends that we've had for
years and years, yeah.
I do think boys and girls are slightly different the way they do that as well. I feel most boys will be friends, and if they are in their teenage years, they probably will be forever. But girls can go in and out. That's what I find anyway.
Yeah.
If a friend shouldn't be jealous.
Yeah.
But they should be
happy.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when you bought your car.
Yeah.
I'm over the moon. I mean, I love cars.
Yeah.
But I'm like, the last thing I want to be is jealous.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can see that someone's working really hard, and they're getting the fruits of their labour now. Then that's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not saying no one's ever been jealous, I don't know, but never to me, never made me feel that way.
No, you've got like a great set of friends, I know a lot of them.
Yeah, and
like,
I think family, same. I know people that have had family that are jealous of them.
Yeah.
Like dads jealous of their sons or vice versa or whatever. And like obviously we haven't had that. And we're lucky again that we've got Shelby's family and my family, great sets of families that get along together as well. Like my mum goes out to have lunch with her mum and going back to things before when there's problems, it's not just me to talk to. Like you got all of them. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I'll ring Shelby's dad. There's been an issue on this job, but obviously he works with me.
Yeah.
So I'll have a conversation with him. Shelby won't even know nothing about it. I don't need to speak to her about it. It's dealt with.
Yeah.
Or she'll have a chat with her mum, and I won't even know till it pops up in a conversation 4 weeks later.
That support's huge, though. I think because like I think, you know, like I say, I've got Layla, but like I think a lot of people that don't have that sort of network around them, like I think you need to be really careful who you be friends with, because I think I
feel sorry for them people as well, in a way. Feeling sorry is probably the wrong word, but if you haven't got the support, some people live here, just them. So like husband and wife, couple of children, they've got no family support because they might have moved from another country or another part of England.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you do what you do? Like, it's hard work. I mean, you know, like today, Layla's picking up your daughter from school.
Yeah.
Because you're here doing this. And like, I'm the same with my mum. We've got to do this tonight. Do you mind going to do this? Or my dad, whatever. And it makes everything easier. Yeah. And that helps you succeed because you've got time to do what you need to do.
Yeah.
But they can see the hard work. Then we're not going down a pub having a beer. We're like working. We're doing something.
I credit like, you know, look, obviously you've got to credit yourself for what you've done, and I personally do. But like I think my friends and family have been massive. Like even like recommending you stuff like that. But I'm spoken to people. They're like literally didn't even like my post on Facebook. Didn't do, you know, like it's mad. I find that mental. Yeah. Like
yeah.
But I think you're lucky. I think it's like a big part of helping you succeed as well. Like I think it's massive.
I think it can only help.
So I guess to wrap up, I ask everyone this. Everyone's quite different, but like in 5 years from now, be interesting to what you say to what Shelby said actually. 5 years from now, what do you? Yeah, she didn't say more children. Don't worry. In 5 years' time, if you could look back, like or look forward, where would you feel like, yeah, I'm happy with that, done that. That's what I wanted to do.
So I feel like 5 years ago, if I see what we were doing now, I'd have ripped your arm off for it.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why I try not to get stressed out about some things. I'm like, you wanted it, you got it, so relax a little bit and enjoy it. Make sure you make time for each other, this, that and the other. 5 years in the future, I'm not too sure because we've got a few little things we want to do. We want to like maybe get a little property portfolio getting on there. I feel like I'm just going to keep the decorating tight.
Yeah.
Keep it going the way. Just keep doing nice work. Keep yourself busy. Keep the
Yeah.
lads busy. And then it doesn't really come with its stresses. To be fair, it's sort of easy. Obviously, hopefully the soft play's doing well.
Yeah.
Still in 5 years' time. But yeah, I think for the both of us now, it's because we're still fairly young, aren't we? So I feel like in 5 years' time, what we're going to be 39, that we've got everything in place where we want to be then.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? We've got another 5 years now, get some money in the bank,
Yeah.
do a few other little bits we want to do, like
Yeah.
a few little tweaks at the nursery, maybe invest in a couple of little bits and bobs to make the work-life balance even easier.
So is it like, obviously you probably won't just maintain your push forward, but is it about maintaining but getting more time?
Yeah,
Like, is
don't get me
time
wrong,
more
we're
important
happy,
to you
we're happy,
than?
we're happy where we are.
Yeah.
We're not sitting here being greedy
Not
and
happy.
more.
Yeah.
Like we got, like most weeks we'll have a day where we're like, right, she'll have the gym in the morning or whatever. I'm like, right, Wednesday I'm not on the tools.
Yeah.
She's like, right, I'll change this around and we're going to have lunch or whatever. So
Yeah.
if we could do that 2 days a week instead of once, then do you know what I mean, that's
So time's more important to you than money now in the next 5 years.
yeah. But I think organically the money should come anyway.
Yeah, it will.
Because I'm not sitting here thinking we don't want to make more money. Of course we do, but I'm not like, it's not like the be all and end all.
Yeah.
If it stays the way it is in 5
Yeah.
years' time, then great.
Yeah.
As long as it don't go the other way, because then you've got to change. Then you've got to change something else. Yeah, I feel like we can just get everything in place by the time we're 40, and then I think it'd be a nice position to be in to go through 40 onwards without massive pressure. Like,
Yeah.
obviously we haven't got to do 9 to 5
Yeah.
jobs and commuting to London all the time.
Yeah.
Just a little bit easier.
Yeah.
That would be my plan anyway.
Yeah, feel more secure.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thanks for coming on.
No worries. Thanks for
I
having
really
me,
appreciate
mate.
it. No, it's
Appreciate it.
brilliant. Guys, so if you've been watching any clips on Facebook or Instagram, make sure if you want to see the full interview or any other interviews, any of our other episodes, go over to the YouTube, like and subscribe. And if any of my clients are out there wondering why I haven't invited you, just get in touch. We'd love to have you on. Or anyone that's not clients, come and have a chat. Like, we can give your business some exposure. So it'd be great to hear from you. But I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be back with another episode soon.